Hey guys, Steve here from theturtlefollower.com with the strategy session for Tuesday, November 11th. I hope everyone had a great day. I was, of course, busy as always during the day, and this is actually going to be the first time I'm going to be looking at the markets for the day. I was stuck in a couple meetings today, so I know generally what happened, but we're going to just go through detailed analysis of each of our positions real quick. Excuse me. I think I'm coming down with some kind of cold or something. But I'm going to try and keep this video fairly short just because I'm pressed for some time here. I got some stuff to do. Excuse me. So, S&P 500 futures. All right, same story as always. At the highs, really. If you're looking for a little bit more analysis, you could take a look at yesterday's video or even the weekend updated video. But you can see here we're just continually making new highs. We finished today up a little bit. Right now, after hours, we're down. So I would say it's pretty much a wash at this point. I think we're up like 2 points on the day. The NQs, again, just kind of in that range. Consolidating right at resistance. All right, you can see it broke through, and now it's kind of moved sideways, which is good. All right, that helps us work off these overbought conditions that resulted from this move from the lows to where we are now. So the longer we move sideways, you can see what's happening here with the 20 and the 50-day moving average are starting to curl up and under, and they'll provide some support if we come back. I still think we maybe come back to this 40,095 and then bounce from there. But for right now, again, all-time highs. The Dow, similar to the S&P, all right? Closed pretty much at the highs. We're down a little bit after hours, but again, no real consolidation here. So the Dow and the S&P I'm a little concerned with just because we haven't consolidated. I think it needs some kind of rest at some point, very similar to what the NASDAQ is doing. But again, you can see here, similar situation as the S&P. Consolidated and broke out from that consolidation on the weekly chart. So, looking ahead, I still think that this leads us to much higher prices, but it may not be next week or next month. But this looks like a solid base that formed here in the Dow. So as far as our positions go, you can see here Apple still within this small consolidation. Today is a nice looking bar. All right, compared to what we've had the last 4 days, we finally got a nice open green bar. Closed at the highs. So this one looks like it may be ready to go again, which is good. I am, of course, long some call options as well as stock, and my stop for my call options is right here below this 107.77. So similar situation, similar setup, just on a different time frame. ABT, I entered this one this morning, looked good for a while, then ended up selling off towards the end of the day. Looks like a slight topping tail here, but again, a nice looking breakout, and you can see we are approaching those overbought conditions. And now looking at the chart here, you can see that first standard deviation move has pretty much contained the upside for the last year and a half or so. So not surprising that we're hitting some type of resistance here, but still stop way down here at 41. ACE down 0.44, nothing to write home about, just continues to chug higher. Stop still down at 101. And I keep these fairly short because, as much as we do these every night, there's very little that changes when the market just continues to make new highs. CB, same thing. All right, this one finally put in the third down day that we've had since we've entered the stock here on the 27th. So in about 15 trading days, we've had 3 down days. So I'd say that's a pretty good move here. So for right now, it's just, again, a matter of managing risk. We're still way down here, 90.47. I think the next stop level is going to have to be right here at 94.20, and that'll probably be changed over the weekend. Costco continues to work off some overbought conditions in this small box. You could see, again, sitting right up in that second standard deviation overbought on the linear regression channel. So, again, not surprising that we're seeing some kind of consolidation here now. Whether that rolls over or just moves sideways and allows those moving averages to catch up, that remains to be seen. My bet would be that we roll over and at least put in a higher low. CTAS down 0.01%, and it looks like it's just consolidating right between the 20-day and this area of resistance. So this one's not looking so great. I think maybe that's partly because our other ones do look so good. But this one I'm a little concerned that we may actually break down out of this small consolidation and test that trend line again. Home Depot down 0.2% or 0.02%. You can see it broke out. We have earnings coming up on the 18th, which is Tuesday. So this may be just a little bit of a small consolidation to lead up to earnings, or it could be the start of a earnings run. Kroger down 0.5%. You can see pretty much what happened here is we moved higher, consolidated, broke out, moved higher, consolidated again, broke out. So now let's see if this is a false breakout and we're going to roll over, or if this is just a one-day a little pullback. L Brands continues to make new highs. Very good looking chart here. You can see we entered here on this nice breakout on the 20th and have gotten some good follow through. So for right now, 65.30 is the stop. We talked about this last night, but next potential level could be right around here at 69. Lilly, another one we entered this morning, broke out. This one pretty much sold off from the open. So, I mean, that's going to happen. Again, we're in that overbought area, which isn't surprising. But for right now, again, stop here, 63.75. I think that's a good level. If we were to get stopped out there, probably comes down and maybe retests, this area right around here, around $60 would probably be the one that holds. But for us, we're looking for an advance higher. And I think if we broke below 63.75, we could safely say that we're at least not trending higher, but maybe consolidating instead. Lockheed Martin, this one's been selling off the last few days, continued to do so today, down, or actually it was up 0.07%. But needless to say, right now we're just letting that one work. 170 is our stop level. Nike down 0.08 at all-time highs. Again, similar to a bunch of other stocks, looks like it may be putting in a small little consolidation in here. All right, so let's just let that play out. Again, I'm also long call options and using this 93.60 as my stop, plus the 83.75 as my stop for stock. NSC, this is another one we entered this morning. Had a nice breakout yesterday. Today, pretty much uneventful day, up 3 cents. But stop here, 108. So good looking setup. Again, we did the hard part. Now it's just a matter of managing the position as we move forward. Pepsi broke out, consolidated, broke out again. Now we're up in this area right or under $100. So I do think we test 100. And I think that may be what we're kind of seeing, some selling just as people sell it as we approach 100. Just it is a round number. Again, $90 is our stop level. Next level will probably be this 93.82, and that's a little ways down the line, but that would probably be the next level we'd be able to move stops to. Ross Stores, broke out yesterday from this secondary consolidation and then sold off today. You can see here we do have earnings coming up on next Wednesday. So for right now, 74 is going to be our stop. Eventually, we either may move to 75.69 or 79.55. I guess that depends on how well earnings go on next Wednesday. Simon Property Group, another one moved higher. Now looks like it may be consolidating a little bit. So let's see if we fill in the rest of this box and allow that 50-day moving average to catch up. But you can see here again on the weekly chart, testing that overbought area. So not surprising to see a little bit of resistance here. And the last one, Travelers. This one looks like it may put in a small topping tail. All right, where we moved higher, closed pretty much at the open. All right, couldn't sustain the move higher. But after a move from 95 to 102 in a matter of 3 weeks, not surprising to see. So the question now is, do we consolidate? Do we pull back? And if so, to where? And then finally, where do we move our stop to? Because right now we have no reference for stops. So I think if we can get a pullback, a little consolidation, and a move higher, that'll give us a good reference going forward. So really, positions look great. Probably the best we've had since we started the portfolio. Really not looking to add much. I don't think anything triggered today. I didn't get any alerts on my phone, but we'll just go through them real quick. Alcoa, you can see it's just consolidating at the bottom of that box. CenturyLink in the middle of the consolidation. American Tower consolidating right below the $100 level. All right, breakout over 100. Let's see, not sure how much upside that would give us considering where the breakout would come from, but needless to say, we will take that entry if we get it. Or actually, it's a financial, so we won't take that entry. Sorry about that. KSU, we talked about last night the difference between NSC and KSU, and the reason that I decided to go with KSU was the reason I decided to go with NSC over KSU, as you can see here, weekly chart on KSU is really just moving sideways, as opposed to NSC, where the weekly chart is actually moving higher. Okay, big difference. That was the deciding factor in the decision between KSU and NSC. The other ones, Discover Financial broke out, but it was a financial, broke out yesterday, didn't really do much today. And Newell Rubbermaid right at the middle of that range. So as far as watch list stocks go, not much going on there. Positions look great. Markets look great. That's it, guys. I mean, that's all you have to do. So let these things work. Let them run, and we'll come back tomorrow and see if we can adjust anything. All right. Have a great rest of the night. We'll see you tomorrow.